And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. 72 as you're waking up, but extremely hot weather expected today. 96 is what we're going for. Heat index, Odie, 106.
We're still in that drinking water stage.
Yeah, got a bunch of drink.
Yeah.
Shirley, good morning. So glad you could join us on the show today. Kona Hatta joining us. Mark.
Alan's with us. Susie, Dot, Winnie, everybody.
Yeah, so good to see y'all there.
James, look at there.
We expect it to be a 50% chance of rain sometime after 3. Now, again, we're talking about Mother Nature here, who can change her mind just like a wife can.
Yeah, and a heartbeat. We all know how that happens. Springs it on you at the last minute.
We'll find out about marriage counseling here in a minute. We're two experts at this.
Yeah, I mean, we can tell you.
How to get a divorce and how to suck it up.
But don't forget, we can also marry you.
I forgot you were what is it that you do?
I'm a reverend.
Okay. He's a reverend, folks.
I got my license.
That's what Robbie Jones said. I got my license, come see me.
He gets the other side of it done.
I can fix that for you.
We can even marry you underwater and scuba gear if you want to.
That's kind of sick, but if you nobody's ever done that, have they, Odie?
Yes, they have.
Really?
Yeah. You got two divers that really like it. You know, hey, why not?
It's strange is why.
You write your vows and show it. And, go back and forth.
Have the days just really gone away? When we came along, it was the traditional little church wedding. Is that becoming a thing of the past and everything goes to events now?
I think you're talking probably, 65, 40, 60, 40, something like that, of how many people go to a church versus everybody's going to a venue.
Outside with chairs and
maybe underwater.
So, Mr. Reverend, let me ask this about this marriage thing. Do you suggest sinking a lot of money into a wedding or using that money towards maybe bills that are going to come in right after you get married?
I think people don't.
He's trying to avoid it. Y'all see that?
I'm just going to be honest with you. I've had some friends that's had daughters and all that stuff, and I don't know what to do. Here's the thing. If you want to give them some money, say, here's $20,000. If you want to spend $1 on your wedding and keep the rest, I'm good with that. If you want to spend $20 on your wedding and not have anything else, I'm good with that. Here's $20,000. Do what you want to do. But I think if you're going to start a life and you have a little nest egg right there, go find a friend's backyard or something and throw you some things together and have a wedding. A wedding doesn't make a couple. A wedding doesn't make a marriage. Only a heart makes a marriage. So,
boy, you've been watching too much Hallmark.
No, that's great.
Let me ask a lady's opinion. Kristen, what's more important on something like that when you get married? A big wedding, spending money, or putting it toward finances?
I would say the finances for sure.
Oh,
see, I had some here.
The wedding's going to be over in about 10 minutes.
And that's it?
15, 20 maybe. And I remember standing at the altar myself and thinking, wow, I just put all that work and money for that amount of time. And
it's quick, isn't it?
Right. What I would suggest is that you put the money towards premarital counseling or premarital work.
There you go.
And I'm going to tell you about a program today that actually is geared towards couples who are...
Well, let me ask this now. How long have you been... You are married?
25 years.
25 years. Mm-hmm. She's just a pup there. I mean, you can add up all of Odie's over here, and you don't even compare to that.
I'm at 30.
He's
not all at once.
A 5-time champion. How many?
4.
4. Sure. You only get married how many times in the state of Mississippi?
7.
He knows. He's keeping track. But for those who are just tuning in this morning.
I'm done now. I found mine. We're good.
Oh, what a save. Did you catch that right there? Kristen Owen is with us this morning, and she's a marriage counselor with that.
I am.
And You hear it on TV. We're supposed to go for counseling. We got to go for counseling. How many people actually will come for counseling?
Well, the sad part is that most people don't think they need counseling until they're in major trouble. And that's been a very big frustration of mine over 24 years of work as a counselor.
Well, what would you say is the number one sign that your marriage needs counseling? What is the one thing that sticks out in every case that you see that somebody needs to come down and sit down?
Well, cyclical problems that tend to come up over and over and over again would be one indicator. The other one is that one of the two spouses says to the other, we need help. If your spouse has ever said that to you, you need to listen.
Go to your mama's and don't come back.
That's a key.
Just stay over there.
Yeah, that's a key. Or if you go off with her and she leaves you on the mountaintop and doesn't respond to text, that might be a key.
A good indicator.
Well, Sandra says she got married at the Justice of the Peace 35 years ago, still working great. Yeah, that's pretty good there.
Look at here. Shirley said cost her and her husband $5 48 years ago in front of the judge Roberts.
I thought that was going to be Shirley Buckley. I was going to say, well, you've done that 20 times. Whoops.
Shirley, if you throw something, don't throw it near me, please.
Her last victim hasn't said anything yet. I figured he'd pop in here in just a minute. God bless him, y'all. Somewhere, Shirley's got a husband, and he's catching it right now. So are men ever right? Let's ask that.
Are men ever right? Maybe occasionally.
Her husband's watching too.
Coming up, we're going to find out more about this and how you can come to a big clinic that's coming up, a workshop. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
We'll get more details on that. Also, we're going to be telling you what the mayor said yesterday. Yeah. And I want y'all to pay attention to this. He did an interview with another network, 2430, and one sentence sticks out of the whole thing, and I'm going to read that to you of what he said to Twin States News, and wow is all I can say. A lot of events went on yesterday. We're going to update you on all of that stuff that happened, so don't go anywhere. We want you to be a part of this, and always add your comments to it. Rusty, 42 years I thought he said in jail. He said in front of Judge Gill. What was it that Stonewall Jackson saying? 15 years and still got life to go.
Yeah. That's like Greg was crying the other day, and he said, it's been 25 years, I'd have got out today.
Things like that. It's going to be that way sometimes.
Oh, mate, push through.
Oh, boy. We'll be right back. Scotty Ray and Odie, good morning to you.
Meet John. He's on the hunt for the car of his dreams. John calls Adrian, who's ready to assist in making sure John's car buying experience is seamless. With Hyundai of Meridian, your new ride is just a call away. Discover endless possibilities at HyundaiofMeridian.com.
Jordan with Parish Tractor here to talk about our fall hunting package, the Whitetail Widowmaker, an L2502 DT with a DH1560, an RCR 1260 6-foot cutter. You're going to get a free pipe top trailer with that. We're about 60 days from hunting season. This package is going to start around $29,999 cash, as little as $385 per month. Come see us. 4 locations: Meridian, Hattiesburg, Poplarville, Robertsdale, and coming soon to the Panhandle of Florida.
Place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're building, or conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. It is Thursday morning, 72 as we wait for high. 96 later on. Our special guest this morning, Kristen Owen, who's talking about how married people get along.
Yeah, and how to stay ahead of everything and not wait till there's an issue to start talking about it.
What if you've got
from the start?
What if you got a spouse that has a horrible laugh, just cackles all the time? I saw that on Seinfeld, and she won't hush and just embarrass him. How do you approach your wife without causing a fight?
Communication.
See,
Good communication.
where else do you get these good questions like this?
Right?
Yeah.
That was one I didn't expect.
I would say, now this is just guessing here, I would say that most fights or arguments in a marriage probably deals with money to some degree. That's still the number one.
It's a large area.
She hangs out at Kroger too much or something like that. What is
or he buys a boat.
Oh.
I bought a lawnmower.
Yeah, but I did too, but Angie took it. I have never been on a lawnmower. Like that's hers.
Yeah.
But is it?
I won't get on a lawnmower.
See, marriage counseling.
You might think that the problems you're talking about are what leads to divorce, but actually they're not.
What is it
The
then?
problems you're talking about are very common, and
Yeah.
couples that are very happily married have the same issues. What makes the difference is how well you communicate and work through those problems.
See, and I thought it was when you go to work and you get a call that Fred's car is parked over at your house. You go, well, what's Fred doing there?
Yeah.
That will
That's
cause
a big
problems,
one.
won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But usually that's down the road if the other things haven't been addressed.
So the number one, I guess what I'm getting at here is the number one thing. How do you sense that you need to talk to somebody or not just call your mama and be okay with it? What is something that is a little bit more serious than that? What do you expect? What is the warning sign?
Well, I would say, just interruptions in communication and the inability to work through and solve problems together. If
Okay.
you're not working together as a team.
Let me ask this, because I think this is a common problem in early marriages where the woman thinks being silent will work. There's a key to this. Men don't want to hear it. So it's great, I think, that silent. Earl Thomas Conley had a song about it. It was called Silent Treatment. And the older you get, the more blessed that is.
Boy, that just showed. Boy, that thing's standing up there from that other camera. We don't need to use
Or
that
we
no more.
might could call that stonewalling,
Is that what it's called, stonewalling?
which
Yeah.
is one of the 4 major predictors of a marriage in trouble.
Have mercy. Beth says 20 years and 31 years together. It means he would marry you for 11 years. Let's start an argument.
So let me tell you, there's some communication cycles: defensiveness, blaming each other, the stonewalling, and just being where you talk down to each other, kind of belittle each other. Any of those things show up in your communication patterns, you might have an issue.
Number one thing here to remember, guys, if you're asked, how does this look? It's great. Just go ahead and tell a little white lie. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I would say sign up for the marriage workshop.
Stay ahead of the
Stay
game.
ahead of the game.
So, out of let's just say a number here, one out of 10 marriages, how many of them probably ought to go somewhere? Because what are the statistics on people that get married now that the marriage is going to work? It used to be really high, and
Right.
I want to say, and I have no statistics, but I think people go into it now with, well, I can divorce you.
Right. It's become much more accepted for people to get divorced and remarried and divorced and remarried. And, so I wouldn't say it hasn't improved at all, really.
There was a time that when people got married, no matter how bad it was, they took the vow, and whatever happened,
Right.
they stayed together. That's not the case anymore.
No.
I mean, you tell her mama's ugly, next thing you know, you're getting a divorce.
Yeah. Well, does
Right.
this shirt make me look fat?
Yeah, I wasn't commenting on you.
I would say both you guys, by the sounds of things, need to sign up for my workshop.
But I think a lot of this, people sometimes do need. When are you going to hold your little class here where they can come in and discuss these things?
September the 7th. It's going to be from 9 until 5, so it's an all-day workshop. Of course, we'll have small breaks, and then we'll break for lunch. But what we're learning in this workshop are tools that you can take home with you that day and actually put into practice. It's also an assessment that you'll take. When you sign up, you'll get an email, and this is backed by over 40 years of research. It's called Prepare Enrich. So when you do the assessment, it's going to give you a customized report of what your marriage's strengths are and also your growth areas. So the areas that you need to work on.
Now, me and Odie will be glad to come down and be a part of this. We'll do a test. I'll set up, and if my tea gets lower than a quarter of a glass and no one jumps to fill it up, your marriage might be headed for trouble.
We'll give it our
Do y'all remember the
test run.
And tell me who's at fault here. Do you remember the good old days when you go to a church function or you went to a family get together and the man never got up to fix his plate? What happened to a marriage? You know what I'm talking about? Do you remember those days?
I do.
And I think this might have been the start of the fall of marriage. Something went awry.
So
Yeah, I think y'all
Help us.
Y'all are going to need my help. Your wives will probably be calling me.
What do you call it? The ice test when you shake the glass one time, and
Yeah.
if you have to do it twice.
Garçon.
I wouldn't say those were happy marriages, though. Those were the days where people ended up in separate bedrooms and they just endured.
Yeah.
My goal is to have people have a little more than that. Satisfaction and enjoyment.
I do still, when we go somewhere, I open Amy's door
Well, man should.
and the vehicle.
When you
open
get
the door.
wait a minute. Odie's a little excessive on this. I've watched him.
My wife still takes care of me at home,
I bet
and
she
I will take
appreciates
care of
it.
her when we're out and about.
Have you ever seen the couple that
Yeah, we ain't quite that. I ain't getting that.
this is Odie on Amy?
Oh,
But
looking in the windows or something.
But we've all seen that. You've seen that. Is that really healthy to when you see that couple and they can't even walk down the street without having to touch one another? Is that healthy in a marriage?
I think if it works for them.
Boy, is she trying to be fit all.
She's covering all bases. It's,
Yeah, as long as they're okay with it.
What have we missed here?
What have we missed?
Yeah, what have me and Odie missed here? What do we need to point out? What's next here of
this
a
is
reason?
only an hour show.
Well, I think Odie was kind of hitting on it that a marriage has to be maintained. So just like a car,
Yeah.
just like your grass, just like anything in your life, if you don't maintain it, you don't put the work and the effort into it. And very often, we're putting efforts into our jobs, our kids, all the other things, our hobbies, but we're putting our marriage the last on the list. So when you do the work.
What she is saying is deer season is coming up, and there's a lot of newlyweds that used to go, you can't go hunting. And after they've been married about 10 years, they start packing everything for the husband
Would you
of go
please
stay at the
leave?
deer camp.
Yeah, would you
Stay
please
the whole
leave?
season. Don't come back to January. That's helpful, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it can be if it works for them. And over time, you learn how to, make those adjustments and accommodations for each other. But it should be both ways. It should be a two-way street.
So, again, give us the dates of when we can come down and be a part of what you're doing, of being in your next class
Right.
there. When is this?
So it's happening on September 7th, but space is limited, so I need people to register. They go to www.kristenowen.com to register, and I already have several seats filled. I can take 12 couples. So
Okay.
if
You can
you're
flourish, it
interested-
says.
What's the cost of this workshop?
It's $247, and that's for both people, and that includes the assessment that they're going to get and the report and a workbook, and then the full day of the workshop.
And I'll tell you, that's a lot cheaper than
A divorce attorney.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Y'all picking on Robbie?
Oh, I tell you, Amy gets mad when my pager goes off. I get called out in the middle of the night. Not the fact that I have to go somewhere. It's the fact that the pager goes off to wake her up, and then she has to wake me up.
Give it a few more years, she won't even notice when you leave. My wife never even knows where I leave in the middle of the night.
Did you go somewhere?
I come back in. Oh, I saw that you were so-and-so. Yeah, I was down there. But it is helpful there, and we appreciate you coming in and talking about all of this, what can go on.
Thank you for having me.
And I know we made lightness of it and we laugh, but we like to do that. But no, this is not a laughing matter. Go talk to Kristen and get involved with this and make your life with your spouse better because, hey, after all, you must have loved them because you married them in the first place.
I don't know if Al Bundy would say that.
Well,
being married to Peg after that long. Just sitting and ate bonbons all day.
Yeah, and smoked a cigarette over the...
Poor fella sold shoes for a living.
Well, he must have sold a lot of them.
Yeah, boy, she was something else, wasn't that? God bless him, had to push that Dodge everywhere.
Had one more on the trunk.
One last question about this. Jealousy. Touch on that a second.
Jealousy.
That's like a bad deal there in a marriage,
Well,
isn't it?
most often when jealousy shows up, there's some previous wounds, I would say, previous damage, probably from other relationships that haven't been dealt with. And, I tell people that all the time. Don't jump from one relationship to another. You need to go to counseling and work out the issues of the previous relationship before you start dating someone else.
And probably something new that has come that was not even in existence a few years ago, but texting. Boy,
Right?
Yeah.
It's a big issue. You need good, solid boundaries, too, in your relationship.
Yeah, boundaries there, Odie.
Boundaries.
Don't be talking about somebody else's cheeseburgers.
No. A lot of people on here has mentioned it, which I agree 100%.
What's that?
You base your marriage on God and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you've got a foundation that's strong and can strengthen anything.
True. But as y'all know, I've said the statistics. For the first time in the United States history, we have fell below 50% in those that believe in God and go to church.
Yeah.
So you got 50% that's got to be saved out there some kind of a way.
Well, and let me say, I'm a Christian counselor.
Yeah.
And I saw a comment say Jesus is the answer, and he is the answer. But we need skills, too. So we can use skills and wisdom that fit within biblical guidelines. To help.
It's like when you take the first bite of a piece of food, don't say it's awful right off the bat because that'll get you in trouble.
You better learn how to swallow it and just get the next bite. And
boy,
just
that was
go
good.
on.
Give me another. Get me up.
I'm not in the mood for that anymore, but yeah.
Kristen, we can't thank you enough for coming in and talking with us this morning. It's been a lot of fun there. Need a little counseling?
Thank
This
you.
is your woman to see downtown where at?
Yes, on Front Street, 2501 Front Street.
We'll send them your way. You be careful today.
Thank you.
More on the way, and we'll talk about some things that happened yesterday. We had a press conference that we'll talk about. Plus, as I mentioned, some other things that have gone on. That's up next. Scotty Ray and Odie.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler? Or a 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles. A GMC Denali. Or a 2024 Silverado 2500. Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low-mileage cars and trucks.
The low profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Welcome back. We're so glad that you chose us. Boy, they had blue lights going on over in Newton County. Have you heard about this?
Oh, I haven't.
A little search warrant. They give you a piece of paper, you go see a judge.
Them ain't good.
And you get to show up at a residence. And here we go. This would happen on the 26th. Today is the 29th, a couple of days ago. A search warrant was issued for 210 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Newton. After securing the scene, a search of the residence began. 3 pounds of marijuana, 200 grams of meth was found, 400 grams of K2 spice, which I'm not quite sure what that is. One count of felony child neglect. The list just goes on and on of what was going on there as we look at this. And I don't know much about drugs, but that mask that's showing there, is that what you use to make this stuff? That right there?
Well, now that could be for, if they're making the meth and all that.
Well, that looks
or
like
the
something
crystal.
from Breaking Bad there.
Yeah, it do.
So, shame, an arrest has been made. Newton County, they don't allow all that, and they've made a big bust there with a search warrant there. So, wow. Let me read this. Let me get into my phone here. We
got to have, while you're looking for that, we've got to have our coffee in the mornings to get going. And sometimes not drinking it during the day is hard to do. But I'll tell you another pick 'em up.
What's
and
that?
that's just a good old ice cold Coca-Cola.
Oh, hubba.
Man, are them things. Get with Daniel Switzer.
The glass bottle is
The
the,
glass
absolute
bottle?
greatest thing there ever was made.
I tell you, Hardy, they take care of us. So a big shout out going out to Meridian Coca-Cola.
Are you going to sing the song? What was it? I'd like to teach the
world
world to
to
sing
sing
in perfect harmony. I don't remember.
We
the
need
rest.
harmony.
Yeah, 'cause we can't sing.
I like the polar bears though.
And then it was the pause that refreshed, I think was one of the early slogans of that.
They have the great Christmas commercials with the Santa Claus and the polar bears and all. But I tell you, that old ice cold Coca-Cola.
Can't beat it.
No,
It's the real thing. That's really the one that sticks with everybody.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it there. After I'd left the meeting at the Meridian Police Department yesterday, we were standing out front, the media was, and I discovered that 2430 had done an interview with the mayor, and it was about crime. And of course, I think we all realize that crime is, I guess you could say, out of control, spreading, sprawling, however you want to word that. And they did an interview with him, and this is a quote from that I've got here. And this probably will end up being one of his adversaries' campaign slogans. Asking about this is Jimmy's reply. We want to make sure that we pass condolences out to everybody who is a victim of crime. We are sincerely sorry about that, but that's part of life. Because unfortunately, we just have bad people in our city. So the takeaway, that's part of life. That comes from your mayor. Let that sink in a little while there. Hello. Not exactly what you want to hear from your mayor. Or at least not the mayor. That's just not how you handle things. We need a strong police force. We need to be ahead of things. And officially, it hasn't been announced that Jimmy will be rerunning. We'll see what happens. But it's a part of life. Kind of like as we go back to the speech when Kroom at the funeral, he's not the last, and he's not the first, nor is he going to be the last, I think is how it was said. That's something that you say at... Yeah. What else do you say about that? That's what happened there. It is out of touch. Way out of touch. We'll keep continuing to pass along what happens when it's said all around town. As we look to the next thing that happens here we are. Look at that. Yesterday afternoon, wind blew up and a home was damaged. This would be on Valley Road. Tree hit it. This is the second time, I think, in that neighborhood that a home has been hit with a limb.
Yeah, not too long ago, and that tree just in bad shape.
Major damage.
The tree was half dead. If you've got one of those, Mike Reed takes care of that. You don't have to go out there, especially if you've got a dead tree. The last thing you want to do is go out there and start cutting on it because those limbs can snap off and hit you. Get a professional that goes out there and can take care of that safely, keep it off of your home, but get it on the ground where it's no longer a threat to you.
That's right.
Call Mike Reed Tree Service. He can definitely take care of you safely and professionally.
Saw some woo-woo lights yesterday, 14th Street, right near the Payne Center.
Oh, they might need to just walk over.
That was what was going through my head when I pulled up. I got on scene. Let me just show you this here. ambulance. We got a fire truck over here to our left. We got a car here, and then one parked up front that was involved in this little fender bender. And they always come check everybody out. No major injuries there, but still you had a fender bender there. And we thought we would pass that along to you there. Whoo, boy. Now, a few other things that happened yesterday. I have to, let me pull this over here and show you this. I'm not going to play the entire interview, but I want to show you this. Right here. This is Chief Parks. He is the chief of police for the Meridian Police Department. They had a press conference yesterday for questions about what happened at Carver Elementary School. And people need to take notes from this guy of how a press conference is held. He answered questions. When he couldn't answer one, he goes, well, that's under investigation. I can't answer it, but answered every question. It was textbook on how to deal with relations, how you speak to people. I can't thank him enough. And as we found out, why was there a threat called into that school? Ex-girlfriend worked there to the guy. Found him in Flowood, Mississippi. MBI and several other people assisted with this, and they went over an arrest and is in the Lauderdale County Jail. Do not make threats to a school. They take it seriously. It's not a joke. It's not a way to get back at someone. Children are involved in this, and that is in everybody's life, whether it's your child, your grandchild, your stepchild. That is the world to you. And it is so treated that way with people who take care of your children while they're away from you. And that situation has been handled.
That was a whole day of education that was lost.
Yeah,
because now they had to leave and go somewhere else. It was stress. Do you think they learned anything that day? Nothing that they did after that when they got back to the classroom sunk in.
Yeah.
Not a single, one whole day of education for these kids, and it was gone. And the stress that they had to deal with, man, that's terrible. Good job to Chief Parks.
Done real good there. I appreciate him. Taught us a lot yesterday of how to handle those situations. Harold's been busy.
Harold is on the, I tell you, he's got to be in shape.
Leanne Walker has been arrested. She attempted to furnish a controlled substance to a prisoner. Don't be trying to sneak things into the Clark County Jail. Doesn't work there at the detention facility. Cell phone. Battery pack charge in possession of a controlled substance. It was several items there. I don't know what time you get for that, but I know that if you're caught with one in jail, that's an additional 5 years on your sentence.
Well, you would think if a prisoner gets 5 years, that whoever was pushing that would at least get 5 years. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
We need a judge to come on and be with us.
We do. We'd love to have one come sit and talk. We got more coming up with Scotty Ray and Odie as we move along on this morning. They handed her the book. Man. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Scotty Ray and Odie.
Tired of buying cars with no warranty? Are you worried about your car breaking down? Come see us at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, the only dealership in Meridian that gives you a 7-year unlimited mileage powertrain warranty on qualified new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Buy with confidence. We'll take care of you for 7 years, new and used, at Johnson Dodge Chrysler.
Hey, this is Greg, and everybody knows I love to eat good food. So when you're out and about, come on down to Long's Fish Camp. Been here for over 50 years serving some of the South's best fried fish, hush puppies, shrimp, and hey, don't forget the coleslaw. Probably the best anywhere in the world. Excellent food, excellent service. Drive on down to Enterprise, Mississippi, and enjoy your food from Long's. Remember, at Long's, everybody's family.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie as we embark upon today. 73 right now. Hot weather is expected, 96. Stay cool. After 10 o'clock, not time to do things as it will be warm. Chance you'll get wet after 3 p.m. with a 50% chance of showers this afternoon. Hopefully we'll get a little bit, and it'll help out with that fire out on Highway 80 if anything is still sparking out there.
Yeah, and it's going to burn a little bit until we get a lot of rain dumped on it. But,
we got a little bit there in Jasper County. Boy, they got their rain yesterday afternoon as that storm moved through Enterprise and went over through Newton County.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
That brought in a lot of moisture.
Needed that in those areas, and we need more. Hopefully we'll get some today as we move along. As we look at a few things that happened in history on today, let's see here.
Wheezy!
Yes, sir.
Everybody knows Wheezy.
How do you spell that? Do you know?
W-E-Z-Z-I-E.
Okay, Wheezy. As we remember, 1917, Isabella Sanford was born, and you know her as Wheezy. Mrs. J, as some called her from the show.
Mrs. J.
What was that?
My granddaughter's watching again. Hey, Violet, Papa loves you, girl.
As we go back to remember one of the classics that was ever on television, we have to go to the Andy Griffith Show. Anybody remember Betty?
Was her name Betty?
Well, Thelma Lou.
Thelma Lou.
On the show.
That's it, Thelma Lou.
Y'all remember Thelma Lou?
Yep.
She was born in 1926 on this day, and she was the perfect match for old Barn there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm told we got two different spellings other than mine. W-E-E-Z-Y and W-E-E-Z-I-E. So I added a Z and left off an E maybe?
Well, I wasn't real sure, so I didn't jump on in there, will you?
I like the Z-Z-I-E myself.
I'll leave it. I'll leave it to the experts there on how to spell all that.
Oh, man.
And you look at this. Why didn't Barney ever marry her on the show?
Well, you notice the only person on there that was married was Otis, and he put himself in jail about every other night.
He was drunk. He had to put up with her. He was the only one that was married on the show. Aunt B wasn't.
Aunt B,
Goober,
Barn, Goober, Andy, nobody was.
The mayor, I don't think they ever addressed whether he was married or not. Not that I remember.
You didn't see a whole lot of him.
But the main characters, definitely. Howard, over to Howard. He was not married.
Howard wasn't married, nope. The only one that was married was a drunk.
I saw yesterday, and I had never done. How old do you think he was? Looking at his character as you look at him in the jail, Otis.
Oh, he was.
What would you
made
get?
to think 65, 70 years old.
Do you know how old he was when he passed away?
Huh.
Shocked me. He was 48 years old when he passed away.
Otis.
I was, looking as I looked at the Andy Griffith Show putting this together, and I saw that, and I thought, there's no way. But man, you want to talk about a guy that could play a part of a drunk good? Otis Campbell was it on the stick.
And what is that other guy's name that played?
Ernest T.
Played a drunk. He was like on the Carol Burnett show. I know his name on the tip of my tongue.
You got me on that one there.
And he was just real good at it.
That comedian that always acted drunk.
I think he was a comedian.
Stood with a glass.
That's it, Deborah Foster Brooks. Never drank a drop in his life.
He sure looked drunk.
And he could do a good one. He played with the Rat Pack. He was talking there. So yeah, but that
Some people get to drinking so much you can't even tell they drink anymore.
Yeah.
Is it tolerance level?
That and they are functioning alcoholic. Where
That's a good word for it. Functioning alcoholic. I won't call names at all. I'll just leave that on. Can you do the voice on this?
of the lifestyles of the rich and the famous.
Robin Leach.
Robin Leach.
Anybody remember him? That used to be a big thing if you're younger than Odie and I, but as we were growing up, and that 3 channels, Robin Leach would go on those yachts, and you'd go, no way.
And this is the way that the rich live.
It was always interesting, though.
Did he have any money, or did he just say, I got an idea to go showcase these people and eat with them?
I don't know. I don't know much about Robin Leach. I think he's passed away since
I think so.
the show. Did this guy go, Arriba?
Andale. Yeah, Speedy Gonzales.
There it is. He debuted today in 1953. I think they were trying to say here in the last year or so that this was, they were trying to cancel.
Offensive.
Yeah, that Speedy was just fast.
And you remember his
funny.
cousin?
What was his cousin?
His cousin was always high, and he just moved real slow.
What was his name? I know who you're talking about.
I know somebody on here. He always carried his little hobo backpack with him.
Yeah. I'd forgotten about that one.
Pokey?
Oh. We go back to 1980 when Alabama was king of the radio and their concerts were selling out. June Jam was the #1 thing that happened. Why, lady, why? Can I get over you? Anybody remember that song?
Oh, yeah.
That was a big song for Bama. Sure like it. Slowpoke.
Slowpoke was his cousin's name.
Mouse on meth.
No, well, I don't know.
Slowpoke. That was a good little character. But we have lost so many cartoon characters to being politically correct.
Pepe Le Pew was a womanizer.
Yeah.
Belvedere,
come here, boy. I think Belvedere is gone. The Coyote and the thing Roadrunner chasing each other.
Oh yeah, and throwing a rock down and squishing the Roadrunner. I mean, the Coyote. Can't do it.
Those days are gone, I guess. There.
Yeah.
This finally ended. People couldn't wait for it to go over.
Thank God.
81, it was gone. 8 is enough. Finally ended there. There's hardly a man alive that remembers the show now. But back in the day, that was Dick Van Patten. Was that his name? I think that's what the lead character there, the guy here in the middle.
I have no earthly idea.
I think that's what his name was. And this little kid here was kind of famous there for a while, and the rest of them have kind of faded away.
He did a couple other shows,
like
I think.
Benji or something. I don't remember what he done. There we go. As we go back to 1987, after leaving the Jeffersons, he would go on to have another TV show called Amen.
Yep.
Little George. I don't remember what his name was. It was Reverend something, but here he is from that show. He made it to TV Guide. Sherman Hemsley.
He was funny.
I liked him.
He was funny.
That dry cleaning when he had that built his own museum about himself. Nobody showed up for
With
it.
the cleaners and all that. Yeah.
You can't help but laugh with him because really, truly, we all know somebody who is that way.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. As we look here, this is one of the all-time favorites. It would be 1987, the first time I got introduced to Nurse Goodbody.
Yeah.
What a name that was.
What a name.
Anybody remember a guy named Archie Campbell? He passed away at the age of 72. And of course, he was the doctor from Hee Haw that passed away, and that's Nurse Goodbody.
He said, Doc, I just have a problem. I can't remember anything. He says, well, take this pill. It'll make you smarter. He says, how much does it cost? He said, $2. He said, I don't know. He said, it'll make you smarter. So he gave him $2, took a pill, and he said, well, Doc, I just don't feel anything. I just don't feel like I'm smarter. He said, well, take one more. So he took another one, said, give me $2. He gave him $2. He said, what about now? He said, I just don't feel nothing. He says, here, would you like another pill? He goes, no, I don't think they're working. Said, see, it's making you smarter already.
It got to work there.
Yeah, I made him $4.
It would be 1994, and I thought this was later until I looked at the year on this, but Living on Love, back in 1994. Alan Jackson. Anybody remember that? They released it to radio today. Yep. Alan, it just, his writing style was just good. Today was the day that it happened.
Woo.
as things would get tore up from the floor up, as we say, in the great state of Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, as Katrina made her landfall and slammed into the Gulf Coast and would come all the way to Meridian, annihilating everything in between here and there and making New Orleans just underwater. Anybody remember that?
This was, and I know some of y'all have seen this on the internet going around, but the National Weather Service put out their warning. Devastated damage expected. Hurricane Katrina, a most powerful hurricane with unprecedented strength, rivaling the intensity of Hurricane Camille in 1969. Most of the area will be uninhabitable for weeks, perhaps longer. At least half a well-constructed homes will have roof and wall failure. All gabled roofs will fail. All wood-frame low-rising apartment buildings will be destroyed. All windows will be blown out. The vast majority of trees will be snapped or uprooted. Only the healthiest will remain standing, be totally defoliated. Power outages will last for weeks. Most power poles will be down and transformers destroyed. Water shortages will make human suffering incredible by most standards.
And it was.
Yeah.
As Ryan pointed out, I was on the radio then. Me and Debbie were the voice from here to the Gulf Coast. It was it. There was nothing else that worked. TV stations were gone. And very, very little worked. It was a time that I will never forget. Now, hopefully, this will never happen again in our lifetime. That's what we pray.
Because this was, you just do not think of having a Category 2 hurricane strength winds this far up in Lauderdale County. It's, wow.
I can't help but think of the night the lights went out in Georgia every time I hear this guy's name. You got to charge somebody. Let's hurry up and arrest him, and I got to get him back to supper is what this was all about. Richard Jewell passed away, and you go, well, Richard Jewell, I know the name, but I can't place what it was. 1996, wasn't it? I can't remember. I think it was the Olympics.
Maybe so.
Over in Atlanta, I think it was 06. He passed away in 07, and of course, he was blamed for a crime that he didn't do, and they destroyed his life of charging him, or accusing him rather, with planning that went off. And he didn't do it. Ruined his life, made a movie about it. Clint Eastwood did the movie.
It was a good movie. He won at the end, but he went through pure hell to get there.
He did, and it was just no call for that. We hate that happened to him. Every now and then, somebody's accused of something that they did not do, without a doubt. Late yesterday, I want to point this out. Late yesterday afternoon, this was the scene on 22nd Avenue. The city of Meridian was out working on this. They were changing the flags. The city flags is what we call them on those lamp posts. Is that what it's called, city flags?
I think so, and I think a lot of that is tourism that's doing that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people on the post was talking about why put up flags. You need to be working on potholes. I get it. We've got some streets that need to be worked on, but I think that right there is a project that tourism is doing, trying to beautify Meridian, especially the gateway, trying to make it look good. I get it. I get both sides. We need potholes all around fixed. We need roads fixed. But we do need to beautify some areas.
Yes, sir, we do. Some offices, some new inhabitants.
The land mass between Louisiana and Alabama.
We'll be right back. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing, or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your trustworthy Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions.
Here at Meridian Cycles, we're your local authorized dealer for all your Polaris, Can-Am, Honda, and Suzuki side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and motorcycles. And we service everything we sell. And for you do-it-yourselfers, we have a very knowledgeable parts department to help you with all your needs. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North right here in Meridian, or call at 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and this is Odie. Boy, some marriage. She left too early.
Yeah, she did. She could have talked about this.
What happens when you make a promise when you marry somebody? Well, probably to make them feel pretty good. Yeah, we'll move there. Rod Stewart has messed up. He told her, we'll move to the U.S. of A. and go somewhere. Where is he wanting to go? Another country? He made a promise.
In the UK.
Yeah, moving back to the UK. He has yet to leave, and she's getting a little antsy. He's refused every offer on the house. It's like, I'll give you exactly what you want. No, the Notebook. You remember that? When he put it up for sale?
Yeah.
No, chased him off.
Yep.
Rod Stewart don't want to leave. He made a big old promise, and, well, he ain't wanting to follow through with it. I understand it's a great place to live. Wake up,
yeah,
Maggie.
I'm not paying top dollar for a house out there. That's crazy.
So, Rod, you just can't help but do you realize Rod Stewart, y'all, is 79? And he still does shows. Very, very, very active there as we look at that.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is happening locally. We had a couple of fender benders yesterday afternoon, if I can find my way back. Here we go, right here. This would be over at 29th Avenue. These guys show up to a lot of things. Meridian Fire and Rescue, Engine 1.
Yeah.
A little small fender bender there. They checked everybody out and helped them out, and they were back on their way there. They do a lot.
Made sure everybody was still good to go.
Yeah. Appreciate them doing that. A lot goes on behind the scenes that we don't always see there. I just had to stop on this because I saw it sitting up against the wall, and I thought, well, nobody's here. So I whipped on over, and I said, you all right? Yeah, I got somebody come to get me.
You just can't park there.
Yeah, Lincoln just kind of come to a halt there. Don't know who, what, or why.
At least I'm glad she's okay.
Yeah. We left it there. Let's see here. We got an event coming up tomorrow that's going to be out of Jeffrey Wilson. If you hadn't been by there lately, they'll have us there. Free hot dogs and drinks and snacks. That's coming up tomorrow from 11 until 2. Hope you can swing by and see Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Hot dog and snacks. We like that.
Free hot dogs and snacks. I tell you, RW's doing that this weekend, too. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. Free food. Just come by and see him. But Greg will fill that in. But
yeah, we'll find out more about it. You know how sometimes things are just painted. This was the scenes that were coming this morning also. If you didn't look at that, look at this sky here that we've got. Wasn't that absolutely gorgeous as the clouds come in with those storms?
That is beautiful.
It was there's scuba. That is the Masonic Lodge downtown scuba there. If you hadn't seen that in a while, as we look at this. They were just gorgeous of what people saw. Always send us your pictures. We love seeing those as they stroll in. We get to see what's going on in other parts of the area there. Let's see. We had Clark County Hot Topics listed a couple of fender benders that went on. Here we go. They have them just like that. Pleasant Hill, Highway 512 is where that little accident happened. Keep this in mind. A lot of accidents will happen due to tires. Whether they're slick, it rains, a little rain shower comes up, and if you've got your tires worn down, make sure you got all that checked out because it's just not worth having a wreck over. We also had another incident there in Clark County yesterday afternoon. Pleasant Hill there, the church, minor injuries and a little bit of a shower that rolled through. We had more going on there. Also, we got a few birthdays coming up in a minute there, don't we?
Oh, well, you got some birthdays.
Yeah, that's coming up in a moment.
Yeah, so get them in real quick. Don't wait till the very end.
Sad news as we found out a Texas helicopter crash. We had someone from our area on that. They were killed in a tragic accident as we looked into it was Newton County on Friday, County Road 2048. That was in Texas is where it happened. Golly, we hate that. Also, what else went on here? 94. When people are put in prison, and we've seen this, that they get elderly and a judge will go, okay, you've gotten up, we're going to let you release early, you're getting near your end. And judges said, ain't no way you're getting out. 1994, a man killed his mother. His health is bad. He has been denied. He has been told he will sit and wait out the rest of his sentence for the crimes that he done. I think so. This is almost like that thing that happened in Alabama. Do y'all remember a few weeks ago, we had some headlines, North Mississippi, a standoff with an inmate that escaped. Guess how he got out of jail?
How did he?
Love in the first degree with the jailer. Just like that thing that went on in Alabama. Remember Lauderdale County, Alabama?
Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
White?
Possibly. But the same thing. Fell in love with an inmate. Next thing you know, she's helping him escape.
Something about they're making a movie about that one.
Really?
Over there in Alabama. You know, because she had took him out of the facility and then brought him back and then did that 4 or 5 times and everybody got used to her taking him out and then off they went.
That was planned and she decided that she didn't want to go to jail. Is how
That's exactly right.
That ended on the side of that road there. But yeah, I bet that would make I only hear Bonnie and Clyde in my head, Travis Tritt. It's a long way to...
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Scotty Ray and Odie.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. Call us or visit parisrents.com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows, call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Oh, that's us again.
As we look at a few things that are going on, we recently, as Todd Kemp put out just a moment ago, Highway 512 there in Clark County, they've been trying to get something done about that road for several years. 2 accidents there in recent days, and that's just one of those areas where it's kind of like Meridian coming in at the sharp curve.
Ooh.
It's always a wreck that's going to happen there.
Yeah, be careful out there.
As I brought up Clark County, they made an arrest this week of falsely reporting a crime, faking a kidnap. Pearl Police has done the same thing. A woman reported that her car was carjacked. It was not. She is now behind bars herself.
I guess it's kind of like
Is
that
it a
fella.
thrill?
There's got to be. It's kind of like me living in that boy's head rent free. You know, that right there's got to be some kind of thrill for them. They're thrill seeker. Maybe they're like this guy. He's just got a boring life, and you know, so I have to wake up tired living in his head all night. I don't know. I mean, his little minion. Maybe they just want to get the attention. You never know.
But it's strange the things that people make up. It truly is. Be careful who you're standing to. You don't know what's in their head.
I might be in there. You might. Poor fella. It's just attention. You know, you go barking off at the mouth, and they've just done it to where it's illegal, but it's just attention. That's all it is. They leave a sad, sad, sad life. And I pray for them. I really do.
Hang in there. All the way from Tupelo, Mississippi, we say good morning to Sharon Hurst joining us. We do hope it's a good day there in Tupelo, Mississippi, Elvis's hometown there.
Vicky and Casey White were the jailbreakers. Yeah, and then somebody said that it's already, the movie's already out. And I'm going to have to go look for that because, I'd like to see it. It would be interesting.
I remember the car, what did they do? And how did she really think that they would get away?
There's no
She
way.
had portions of it planned pretty well.
She had the cash, had the getaway car moved around, sold everything, I think. Didn't she sell some stuff?
Everything, her house, all of it.
All of it. And then went and bought just another car. 72 in Iowa.
As I mentioned, I was thinking of Bonnie and Clyde as being the song, but maybe Miss Fortenberry's right. Old Red may be the theme song to that movie. Love got me in, love got me out.
Hey, yeah.
I ain't heard Old Red in quite a while there.
Nothing but some hush puppies now.
Ooh, you just never know there. All right, we got a few birthdays this morning.
We do have a few birthdays, so this is going to be a good one here. And I messed up and I didn't check my messages, Miss Nancy, and I'm sorry. So we're going to bring up Jabe Shelton turned 64 the other day, and Stephanie Corder turned 40 the other day. And I apologize for not getting that. Ross Tingle's got a birthday today. Kathy Ballman Thomas, 69. Rod Bosarge, Mississippi Highway Patrol, 54 years young. Blessa Marie Jordan. Oh, now she's a hoot to be around. I'll have to introduce you to her. She's got a birthday today.
Okay.
Reese Thompson, 5 years old. Roy and Terry Gentry, talking about our guest this morning, 44 years together.
There you are.
Man, happy anniversary. Mavie Bonner's got a birthday. Rhett Singley, 6 years old. Sarah Charles, 44 years old. Jenna Bickle got a birthday today. Tammy Harrington's got a birthday today. And Dana Williams has had a birthday today. So happy birthday to all of y'all. We're going to hit the go button on here. Track this down. Sarah Charles, 44 years old today. Happy birthday. And winner of the Scotty Ray Report Hyundai of Meridian coffee mug. Go by Hyundai of Meridian on Highway 39 North and pick those up. Test drive something while you're there. Fuel mileage is getting so much better on these new vehicles. You may be able to pay the note on what you save in fuel.
We go all the way to Webster City, Iowa to welcome in Charles Stahl this morning. Sunny and 72 in Iowa this morning. We appreciate y'all watching there. Salute. Let's see here. Robin, morning to you as well. I did see this. I don't know if everybody caught this last night, but because I don't watch Fox News much anymore, but Jesse Waters had Philadelphia, Mississippi on last night, all about the MS-13 gang member that was arrested by Chief Lyons. Good news that a person was stopped. And I'm not real sure that everybody has caught on as to how big a story this was of a man in Philadelphia, Mississippi, hiding in the bushes, shooting cars, and a member of a huge gang, MS-13. He has been arrested.
Never have gotten here.
An illegal alien. There is so much with this, and nationally, it is not getting out. Jesse Waters, the first that I've seen to bring this up.
Yeah.
NBC, I passed along the story to them on the national level one day this week. I'd had some correspondence with them. I passed it on. I'm not sure that they've done anything with it.
Well, that's NBC, nothing but silence.
Odie takes the first crack this morning. We can't thank y'all enough for joining us and being a part of what we do every day.
See, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, see, it's the same thing. He's trying. I wasn't going to point that out.
I know it. You know, things go quick up here.
It was partly there. It was 3/4 of the way.
Yeah.
Odie, give us a good Bible verse to end this day.
We go, you know, and talking about that story right there, we're going to go to Acts 20, verse 29, where it says, "For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock." We've lost the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We took him out of schools. We're taking him out of government. We're taking him out of everything that we do in America. And we're allowing wolves to come in and tear our country apart. We're allowing these illegals to come in here that are dangerous, not just wanting to be part of society, but are coming over here with bad intentions like this MS-13. We've got to bring our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ back into the forefront of not just our lives, but our cities, our states, our country. It's the only way we'll be able to live as one and be able to live peacefully across this world. I hope you invite him into your heart. Talk to him every day. You can talk to him driving down the road. You can talk to him while you're sitting at work. He's always there to listen, and he's always there to answer our questions and our grievances, but he can make a difference. Friday will be here tomorrow. Y'all know what kind of fun we have on Fridays.
That girl is back tomorrow.
That girl is back. The round mound of sound is back. RW's free food giveaways coming this weekend, so stay tuned to learn about it. And until then, remember, we love you, and we'll see you tomorrow.